So apparently some moron named Phoebe Bridgers, I don't even know who that is standing up for Amber Heard. So you have to see. Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Welcome to another episode of What's Going On? What's going on? Yeah. Now, I don't even know who the fuck Phoebe Bridgers is. I never heard of it. The only person I know named Phoebe is on Friends. So I don't know who that is. But apparently, do I have her picture here? No, I don't have her photo here. She looks exactly like one of the women that would do the exact same thing Amber Heard would do. And I think that it's hilarious when you see the people that defend Amber Heard because they all have that look. That look, you know what I mean? Like toxic feminist. They hate men because of the bad dates they've been on. Stop being on Tinder then, dumbass. Okay, this is from Jezebel. Phoebe Bridgers stands up for Amber Heard. There is no perfect victim. So what are we going, like 3 months back? Dude, that fucking narrative was 3 months old. It was like in summer when they had that perfect victim shit. And I'm going to say this again, and I've said it so many times on the channel. Whenever you have a woman coming up to defend Amber Heard, that woman is an abuser, hiding in plain sight. And there's no doubt in my mind anymore. Well, actually, for a very long time now, and I think you probably even believe this too. Women that come out in defense of Amber Heard will gladly do everything she did to Johnny Depp, and they would do it to a man. So I have no problem saying Phoebe Bridgers would gladly abuse a man, and then she'd say he abused her. Johnny Depp, out of his mouth, admitted some of the most violent, crazy. So we're starting already. We're starting already. Did you even watch the fucking trial? Bridgers, Phoebe, crazy shit in court, and it's somehow like people aren't surprised. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I bet you anything this dumbass didn't even actually watch the trial, which like 80% of Amber Heard supporters didn't. Idiots. In a new interview with Teen Vogue published Wednesday, Phoebe Bridgers, whoever the fuck that is, known for her melancholic songs, of course she's a fucking emo girl, leading concert goers in Fuck the Supreme Court, really? She's, oh my god, chants and roasting assholes on Twitter. Oh, I'm so sure she does. I'm so sure, because you want to know what a woman like Phoebe Bridgers does? They'll make a stupid fucking joke on Twitter, right? And they'll have all these little stands and all these little bots and all these morons with no head. And when I say no head, I mean empty-headed. These empty-headed morons, and they'll just go on the comment section like, yes, queen. Yes, you roasted him. Oh, yes, you're an amazing queen. Dude, she said something probably fucking stupid. And they just go along with it. That's exactly who Phoebe Bridgers, whoever the fuck that is. Publicly addressed the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp defamation trial and its implications for survivors months after liking a tweet in support of Heard. Bridgers expressed concern about how the trial and the viral pro-Depp rabidly anti-Heard online reactions to it. Bro. And I think every single time we read one of these articles, it makes you realize how many people in the mainstream media really hate men. That's all it is. You have to understand they're pro-women. And when I say pro-women, I don't mean like equality pro-women. I mean like women first, women always, women win. No. And that's the difference between pieces of shit like Phoebe Bridgers and my subscribers. The women that are my subscribers genuinely believe in equality. They genuinely believe that men and women should be equal if they aren't already. See, but women like Phoebe Bridgers, she's probably a millionaire. She's probably a millionaire, maybe more than that. She makes hardcore cash, and she still believes in her diluted, stupid mind that she's oppressed by the man. Oh, the man. Idiot. Rabidly on anti-Heard online reactions to it would impact survivors. Again, do these women not understand that survivors don't agree with them? Why do these women, these famous celebrities, or these women in the mainstream media, why don't they understand that survivors don't agree with them? Why, dude? And I know, and I can't even answer that question. Like, usually I'll ask something and I'll answer my own question. I really don't know. I don't know why they don't fucking get it. Survivors of domestic abuse, Cat 10 Barge, MSNBC News, CNN, whoever the fuck else, Phoebe Bridgers, women that are survivors of domestic abuse don't agree with you. Idiot. When a jury concluded would impact survivors and especially those from marginalized communities. What the fuck? What? So this is the problem I don't understand. Phoebe Bridgers is white. Are you trying to say that white women don't go through shit either? Why do they keep doing that? Oh, black and indigenous. Oh, so then Asian women, they don't see any issues? Latina women, they don't see any issues? It's only marginalized communities. Oh, they're marginalized. Who the fuck cares? Jeez. When a jury concluded in May that Heard had defamed Depp by accusing him of sexual assault and domestic violence, a celebratory post from Depp was widely liked by dozens of celebrities. Few public figures like Bridgers appeared to come to Heard's defense online. Yeah, well, it's not that hard to understand why. It's not that hard to understand why Johnny Depp's post was widely liked and only a few public figures like Phoebe Bridgers, who I still don't know who she is. I've never heard one of her songs. The only Phoebe I know is Phoebe from Friends. So you're not even the most famous Phoebe. Sorry, Bridgers. Appeared to come to Heard's defense online. I think that there's been this falsehood, and I think queer people... What the fuck do queer people have to do with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? What the fuck do they have to do with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? They're queer. They're lesbians. They're gay. And not to mention the fact that in the lesbian community, domestic violence is higher than any other community. So let's make that very fucking clear. Phoebe Bridgers, the not famous Phoebe. Of having to be the perfect victim or the perfect survivor or the perfect representation for your marginalized... Well, no, because nobody gives a fuck about marginalized communities, because this case has nothing to do with marginalized communities. Bridger said, Heard is openly bisexual and currently partnered with a woman. What is that? Oh, you mean because Amber Heard has actually been arrested for domestic violence against a woman? Is that what you're talking about? Not famous Phoebe? Huh? Not famous Phoebe? Is that what you're talking about? Because you're not the most famous Phoebe, just so you know that. Heard is openly bisexual and currently partnered with a woman, Angelina Jolie, who's recently faced a deluge of online attacks after accusing ex-Brad Pitt of abuse, is also openly bisexual. What does that have to do with anything? That Heard wasn't a perfect victim and allegedly fought back... Allegedly. Allegedly. Bro, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you allegedly. I'm going to fucking show you allegedly.
Look it up. I don't fucking care. I won't talk about fucking it anymore. You can fucking look it up. It clearly doesn't work, does it? You don't get high. No, you don't. And it doesn't calm me down psychologically. It's supposed to slow your heart rate down. Clearly,
does that sound like somebody that was the victim? Does that sound like somebody that was the fucking victim? Phoebe, not the most famous Phoebe. I was going to call her Phoebe Bridgers, but we're going to call you Phoebe Buffet because you're not the famous Phoebe. Sorry, Bridgers. That Heard wasn't a perfect victim and allegedly fought back against abuse from Depp was a focal point of the trial. Depp's legal team popularized the misguided, stigmatizing term mutual abuse. Excuse me? Are you lying right now, Phoebe Bridgers? Did you even pay attention to what happened after the trial? Because that was Amber Heard's team. Amber Heard's team is the one that even coined the phrase mutual abuse. That had nothing to do with Johnny Depp's legal team. What the fuck are you talking about? You're lying now. Now you're lying, not famous Phoebe. Now you're lying now. Jeez. which equates victims' resistance to abuse with abuse itself. Throughout the trial, his lawyers also pushed narratives about Heard's mental health and supposed infidelity as proof that she wasn't credible. Well, I mean, the only thing I'm going to say to that, so that way I don't curse and say anything stupid, is the fact that the only thing that Amber Heard's legal team talked about was Johnny Depp doing drugs and drinking. So if you want me to do a tit for tat, we can do that. But yes, the fact that Amber Heard cheated on him in his own, apartment, in his own penthouse that he paid for, and she never paid anything. She cheated on him multiple times. That doesn't matter? No, of course it doesn't. Because somebody like Phoebe Bridgers, the not famous Phoebe, somebody like her doesn't give a shit about the actual truth. Bridgers seemed to address this in her comments to Teen Vogue. If Amber Heard exhibited any neurotic behavior, it was held against her. Then Johnny Depp, out of his mouth, admitted some of the most violent, crazy shit in court, and it's somehow like people aren't surprised. Okay. Well, where is that crazy violent shit? I would figure that you'd have some kind of examples for what he actually said. Oh, you didn't actually watch the fucking trial, did you? Not famous Phoebe. Huh? Did you watch the trial? Not famous Phoebe? No, you probably didn't, because look at the next paragraph. The singer further expressed concern with the public reaction to the trial. Why didn't you actually go into detail with what you said? Not famous Phoebe. If Amber Heard exhibited any neurotic behavior, it was held against her. Then Johnny Depp, out of his mouth, admitted some of the most violent, crazy shit in court. Okay, go ahead and say that, but what did he admit? What did he admit? You don't have anything to say on what he actually admitted because you don't know. You're just saying shit to say shit. Not famous Phoebe. The singer further expressed concern with the public reaction to the trial, especially on social media. That whole situation was so upsetting to me that it was treated like a fandom war. What? It had nothing to do with the audio you just heard. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with her telling him, go and tell the world, Johnny, you're a victim of domestic abuse and see who will believe you. It had nothing to do with that, not famous Phoebe? Huh? Or you don't think when you speak? Huh? Not famous Phoebe? Is that what happens with you? That whole situation was so upsetting to me that it was treated like a fandom war, laughing at someone crying in court. She believes that she was crying in court. Fucking idiot. Not famous Phoebe. You're a fucking moron, not famous Phoebe. Oh my God. Oh, laughing at someone crying in court. It was disgusting, she said. In July, a report found evidence of widespread online harassment campaigns targeting not just Heard, but anyone who expressed support for her online after the trial had concluded. No, it didn't. Let me tell you what happened. When they say that a report found evidence of widespread online harassment, you know what happened? Everybody knew that people like you, not famous Phoebe, everybody knew that you were lying. And everybody knew that people like Kat Tenbarge, people like the mainstream media, everybody knew that they were lying. And why is that? Because we all actually saw the trial, not famous Phoebe. But anyone who expressed support for her online after the trial had concluded. One woman who supported her online said that at the time it's been weeks and weeks of harassment, and she remained bombarded by people every day for weeks on end saying that Amber Heard is a liar and women lie. And are you trying to say that she's not? We've all figured out that she is. Are these people really trying to say that Amber Heard didn't lie? See? And they don't actually know because they didn't actually watch the trial. They're going off of mainstream media information. Hey, not famous Phoebe? You're a fucking moron, not famous Phoebe. Ugh. And I am an abuse apologist who must be lying. Yeah, you are. We all know that you are. Despite the aggressive online attacks on Heard, Depp emerged as an icon against so-called cancel culture. You goddamn right he did. Not famous Phoebe questions whether this phenomenon is even real. I mean, is cancel culture real? Who lost their job politically? What the fuck? One huge offender, Harvey Weinstein, is in jail for actual sex crimes, and then anything short of that is maybe they lose a couple of friends or a couple of jobs. Oh, so you're admitting it. You just said it. Lose a couple of jobs. That's what we're talking about, you fucking moron, Not Famous Phoebe. What are you talking about, Not Famous Phoebe? Do you even know what you just said? You just said what it is. You just admitted it in your quote right there. And then anything short of that is maybe they lose a couple of friends or lose a couple of jobs. And that's what it is. Are you really that stupid, Not Famous Phoebe? Not Famous Phoebe. Do you even hear yourself when you speak, Not Famous Phoebe? She said, then 5 years later, they're like, sorry, and they come back, but they never apologize, they never go away. Just last year, a handful of supposedly canceled men for actions ranging from non-consensually masturbating in front of women to spewing hateful anti-LGBT language and censoring an entire comedy special around anti-trans bullshit all picked up. Are you talking about Louis C.K.? Okay, well, why are you saying that like it's more than one person? Louis C.K. has been canceled. He's a piece of shit. None of us like that dude anymore. Just because he's out there on the comedy circuit or whatever, still doing jobs, don't blame us. Don't blame us, dude. Go blame the people that are putting him up for work. Why are you talking to a fucking magazine blaming the people when you're putting your little fake rage, Not Famous Phoebe, you're putting it in the wrong place? What is wrong with you, Not Famous Phoebe? All picked up Grammy nominations. To Bridger's point, Louis C.K., who admitted to sexually harassing several women, has returned to sold-out shows and ironically named his tour Sorry after his transparently sarcastic apologies. Bridgers, who shared her short and simple abortion story, of course she did. In May, shortly after the Supreme Court leak, has often been on the right side of history. Well, let me tell you something right now, mainstream media. I'm on the wrong side. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to shit on you every single fucking chance I get, just like Amber Heard shit on Johnny Depp's bed. I'm on the wrong side. And quite vocal about politics. She's fundraised for local abortion funds like New Mexico's Mariposa Fund that covers abortion costs for undocumented people, and partnered with the Texas Transgender Education Fund to share resources at her shows. Don't let anybody freak you out on abortion, Bridgers told the magazine. There are resources for you if you're trying to get one, and you should fucking have one for whatever reason. She notably concluded the interview with that it felt like a middle finger to the toxic positivity which obscenely wealthy famous people, oh, you mean like you, Phoebe, Not Famous Phoebe? You mean like you? Famous people so often treat us. Who the fuck are you saying us? Who is us? Dude, you're a singer and you're fucking going for abortion. You're a part of the establishment, Not Famous Phoebe. What the fuck are you talking about? Who do you mean us? You represent the wealthy. You represent Amber Heard. Amber Heard is the establishment. What the fuck do you mean us, Not Famous Phoebe? Idiot. I feel like hate is actually healthy. Bridger said, it's okay to be fucking super angry. As something of a professional hater myself, I have to say I feel seen. Yeah, well, you're also not even famous, Phoebe, so nobody gives a shit. Okay, that's going to be about it for today. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for staying with me this long. We will catch you next time.